most awesome giveaways on sensory toys, educational tools, and kid products all in one spot. This is Sensory Deal Live.
Sorry, we are having some technical difficulty here while we wait for Angela to come back. Okay, so I'm going to start today's show first. So sorry about this for the viewers. So we're just having some technical difficulty. Angela is going to be back with us really quickly. And today we have founder of Sommerfly. We're going to have a conversation to talk about a few things here. And thank you for being patient with us, as the live stream sometimes does have some technical challenges. But I guess I'm just going to start out with the first interview questions. Christy, would you like to tell the viewer a little bit more about how you came up with the brand that you currently have, that and tell us your story and the background a little bit?
Sure, great. Well, first, Jason, thank you so much for having me on your show. Appreciate it, and appreciate the opportunity to tell people about Sommerfly. So I started the company in 2005 with my sister. I was living with her and her 3 children and her husband for a short period of time in my life while I was going to art school. And I was working at a sensory clinic, and I've always made products for my clients, for my students. And I was making weighted blankets at that time because there were no weighted blankets on the market that were washable and the size that I wanted and the weight that I wanted. So my sister is an accountant, and she asked me if I would start a business with her. And I promptly said no. But she convinced me. And from there, it just really expanded. I really love thinking about my clients and understanding their limitations and trying to help develop products and adaptive equipment. Really, as an occupational therapist, that's my training, and as an artist, it's interesting and exciting for me to develop products to help people in their daily lives, to live their lives more comfortably and more efficiently and better.
Awesome. Hi back, everyone. Sorry for
Hi,
technical difficulties.
Angela.
Our
We all
next
know
question.
how that feels.
Yes, in the day and age of the technology. What are the Go Support what are the Go Support Fidget Wristbands?
So they're a fidget that I developed. I've developed a few fidgets. Working in the schools, I work very closely with teachers, and the students I serve oftentimes have difficulties paying attention and focusing on their work. And so over the years, I've developed fidgets that are a non-toy look. really what is so popular right now are fidgets that are called fidgets, but really what they are toys. So they can help some students and people focus, but oftentimes, especially with the younger clients and middle schoolers, what they do is distract students from their work. So the fidgets I develop as an occupational therapist really try to meet the sensory needs and have that soothing, supple feel and that sensory opportunity for deep pressure touch and finger work so that it's giving the person the support that they need as far as the sensory input to help support their focus. And these fidgets are really were designed as had a dual purpose in mind. So I really wanted to design a fidget that was able to support my older students in their keyboarding. So a lot of students, I mean, that's what they do now. My younger students are still handwriting. My older students, middle school and high school students, are using the keyboard all the time. And some of them are actually developing some hand strain, finger strain. And so when there's compression of the nerve that goes, the major nerve that goes over the wrist bones, repetitive motions can cause irritation to that nerve and cause strain and can lead to carpal tunnel. So I wanted to develop something to help relieve the stress of the hands and fingers while they were keyboarding, and also provide something that would stay on the body and to be used as a fidget as well.
And here they are on me, which I love the fact that it really is for all ages, because my 7-year-old, well, his birthday was yesterday, so he's 7 now. But my 7-year-old, my 11-year-old, and even me, I mean, we've all three been using them. So it's awesome. I really do I do like the non-distracting part of it as well, because this actually makes it a test center approved fidget toy or fidget tool for the 504 plan. So I love that we were able to add you to our, testing center kit.
Great.
We have a comment from Crystal Dawn. And she said, hello, my oldest has a biting issue and has bit and tore up the keyboard wrist support under his keyboard. Ooh, you do have a biter. You have a chewer, definitely.
Yes.
So will this be, of course, it probably won't be so durable if someone's biting on it. But do you feel like this might be something that could help at least deter him from chewing on the keyboard, maybe?
Well, I think it would be important to meet those oral needs first, and giving him a chew fidget, giving him the opportunity to have a chew fidget that's really close to his mouth so that he would go to that first, whether it be some of the necklaces have a quick release break. And there are some other tools coming out now that have chew fidgets that are attached to the clothing. So it's really important to support his needs of chewing. And then I would say the Go Support would support his other sensory needs of really seeking that. He's a sensory seeker, it sounds like. But I have to say that probably the Go Support used alone, I probably would not recommend it. Because if he's a really heavy chewer, he needs something to chew on heavily. So if he chewed on the Go Support, I think it probably wouldn't end well. So I would not recommend that for a heavy chewer unless you had a chew fidget really at the ready for him.
That was a great tip for sure, because of course you can't suppress his need or seek for chewing. You have to help with that to make him at least feel how would I say it?
You have to meet that need.
Yes,
he's telling you something in really seeking the chewing out. So you need to respect that and honor that and give him safe and effective tools to help meet that need. Yeah. And it's likely if he's a heavy chewer that his whole body is he's seeking sensation from his whole body. So to meet those other needs, the Go Support may be helpful in those cases. Probably some other more heavy duty tools to help him really use his muscles in a heavy way and get some deep pressure touch.
Crystal also said he is 13 years old. If you could recommend a chew fidget, that is a good one. We purchased one from Amazon, but it wasn't to his satisfactory for the sensory input. It was too hard for him. So
well, I will consider that. I haven't done an extensive, trial, but certainly it's a challenge out there to find the right kind of chew fidget for you have lots of different people who have different levels of sensory seeking. So I'm so sorry I can't recommend something to you right at this moment, but I will certainly look into that.
Awesome. And let's see. Locky Kid, our techie in the back said Locky Kid is developing our own shoe product line this year as well. We don't have any set dates on releasing or anything yet, but it is in the works. So I can promise you sometime this year, we'll be seeing something shoe related through Locky Kid. And then Crystal said, thank you so much. You are very welcome. Thank you for reaching out to us and letting us help you come up with more tips for your kiddo. Now, I know you've already touched base on some of this, but if you had any extra elaboration, how did you come up with the Go Fidget Wristbands?
Yeah, so I really did I have a couple other fidget tools that stay on the body so that they can work and have a non-toy look about them. There's two others. I have a focus fidgety and a wristful fidget. So this is sort of the next generation for me. It's adjustable. It's only one size. It fits small kids up to adults, and it really serves as a fidget, but also as a support to help reduce strain and the repetitive motion that comes with lengthy keyboard use.
I definitely noticed that because I am one of those that I'm a heavy keyboard person, and my kids are always on the computer too. We are homeschoolers. We do virtual school, so it's kind of like homeschool. So I've noticed that a lot, that of course you get the strain from lifting up too much. But with this, it feels like it's just enough padding. It's not too much that it's bulky and, it gets in the way, but also it's not too thin to where you're not getting as much support.
So what's nice is you can adjust it to your level of comfort. Some people really love very strong and deep compression to their skin. And so you can do that with these. You can also wear it very loosely and have nearly no compression and just really have the support available. So yeah, it's and they're machine washable also. One thing that was right? Yeah, the fidget is wonderful. The pillow of beads are really sort of addicting to kind of feel, and they really don't distract. They really do serve the purpose of facilitating attention. There is one piece that was a surprise to me when I designed them. When I design my products, I test them out on my students. I am a practicing occupational therapist. I've been practicing for over 35 years. So I have a lot of schools that I see students at and consult to teachers and administration. And when I design my products, I always try them out and refine the design over and over and over again. Sometimes 20, sometimes 30 prototypes I go through to refine my designs. And this one, the Go Support, really surprised me. I didn't really design it with the intention of having it be a support to handwriting. And I found that it really was a wonderful support to, and created the opportunity for an efficient grasp with my students struggling with using an efficient tripod grasp. And the reason it does that is it sets the wrist into a neutral position, which helps, which is what eases the stress of repetitive motion, but also, and any kind of wrist strain, but also it really it sets the thumb up to be used in opposition with the fingers. So I was really pleasantly surprised, and it wasn't my intention to create that, but it was it's a secondary value added, really.
Yes, yes, for sure. Because definitely my son is the 7-year-old. He's in OT therapy. So when we got ours, I made sure I brought it to his OT appointment, and she was like, "You find the most awesome things." I said, "Yes. Well, this is testing center approved, so mommy like you even more. You know what I mean? We can use it all the time." So she was super excited for this one, and that was just coming out of an OT. She was like, "I love that," and I was like, "It was created by one of you." She was like, "Even better."
Well, I just came from the American OT Association conference in Kansas City, Missouri, and they were crazy for them. They loved them. So lots of school therapists bought them at the conference. Lots of orthopedic and hand therapists bought them for their clients as well.
Awesome!
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah, that was
That's,
exciting and
that's
really,
super exciting.
yeah, it was wonderful to get such a
Awesome.
wonderful response from
Yeah.
occupational therapists.
Awesome. I know we have touched on some of these. What are some benefits of using the Go Support wrist fidget bands?
So really the main benefits are that you get 2 in 1. So you get a fidget when you need it. You also get a wrist support to help create, help give the opportunity for a more efficient pencil grasp and reduced hand and wrist strain during keyboarding, and really reduce the symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome. So it's a wonderful, and it's so adjustable for all sizes. It really fits young students and older students. Oh, something I didn't touch on that actually some of the therapists came up to me at the conference and commented on were that their elderly clients and in memory care really loved the adjustability of them, and just how soothing the beads were. So it really spans the life cycle, young students all the way up to end of life, really who need stress relief and opportunities to use their hands and fidget with something.
I completely agree with. I love the fact that it's stretchy, so there's no restriction. I also love the fact that it does grow with my kids, because I know my son. We're going to be doing homeschool. We're going to be on the computers. That's our life. So when with them, they can use this whether it's writing with OT, or whether it's in a school setting, or even if it's just they're playing like Minecraft education. They can fidget, because they're very attention seeking kids. So of course they fidget and they move around, but it's that extra part of that cushion, because that helps. Because of course kids don't know about carpal tunnel syndrome, which we
Right.
will talk about that very soon. But us as adults, we start to feel it, we start to notice it. It's not a hidden unicorn. It's definitely
Right.
something that happens as you age. So I love these, because I know, like, my mom, she's a school teacher, so she would be one of those that she would be using this a lot, because she has carpal tunnel syndrome. She actually had the hand surgery a few years ago, where they took the cyst out of her hands, and she had to relearn how to work her hands again. So this is one of those things that definitely helps relieve the strain and stress of just keeping your hands up.
It really does.
Our next question is, what is carpal tunnel syndrome, and how can the Go Support Fidget help?
So we sort of covered that a little bit, but carpal tunnel syndrome is when the main nerve of The hand and fingers is compressed. The nerve that goes over the carpal bones and through the tunnel of the carpal means wrist, so the wrist bones. And it's aggravated by repetitive actions, so keyboarding, and also inflammation. So those two situations can create an inflammation and very painful hand and finger, just painful with movement. So the hand and the fingers become very painful with any kind of movement. So it really does affect every area of your life. When you do have carpal tunnel syndrome, you notice every small movement and function of your hands. You get very grateful for your hands very quickly because you realize how much our hands do for us. Buttoning and zipping and moving sponges to wash your dishes and lifting your arms up and squeezing shampoo and washing your hair, putting your earrings in and your lipstick on your lips. All of those things are painful when you have carpal tunnel syndrome. So it's a really big deal, and you want to take care of your body and support your body and do every preventative measure that you can. And Go Support is a wonderful, super cost-effective preventative measure to really pay attention to ergonomics. Ergonomics being the positioning of our joints and muscles when we do repetitive actions. So we all sit in front of the computer a lot, and we need to pay attention to keeping our body in the most neutral position as possible, resting frequently, stretching frequently. And the Go Support just really is a great tool to keep your wrist in a neutral position.
That was explained perfectly. Let's see. How is the Go Support wristbands different from other fidget tools on the market?
So there's not a lot, actually, none that I could find. I've searched around that really give these two options in one package. So the support and the setting yourself up for a neutral wrist position during handwriting and keyboarding, and then also having that adjustability to different people have different tolerances for pressure and tension and compression. So you can adjust it to whatever your personal preference is. And really it is a so value added, whether you're someone who fidgets a lot or whether you're someone who really is at your computer all day long. You have two options. One is the continuous option of really placing that wrist in a neutral position. But then also when you're resting, you can fidget, and fidgeting with things in your hand that don't distract. Research has shown that it really does support attention and concentration. So you're a better thinker when you're fidgeting something that's not distracting you. And that is research that's been shown by research over and over. That's why there's so many fidgets out there. Toy companies sort of got on that bandwagon. And unfortunately, when you're distracted by something that's called a fidget, it's really not functioning as fidgets were intended to be used, and that is a support for attention and concentration.
That is very true. And also the fact that it doesn't have crazy prints and everything helps
Right.
too, because the other kids, say if it's in a classroom setting, the other kids are going to be like, what's that on their wrists, and make a big thing, you know what I mean? And then you're not just distracting the child wearing them, you're distracting everybody else around you.
Teachers love these because they actually work to help focus.
Yes.
And help increase that attention instead of decrease the attention.
Yes, for sure. Like while you were talking, I literally was just sitting here.
Right.
Yeah.
So nervous energy,
job.
any kind of, anxiety. My niece she struggles with some anxiety. She was helping me at the conference this last week, and she fidgeted with it the entire time, and she asked me if she could take some home.
Oh,
So
that's
they
awesome.
really are wonderful. They work so well, and I'm really pleased with the design. It's I'm just really pleased with it. It works really well.
Yes, these are awesome. Our next question is, who can use the Go Fidget wristbands? I know we've pretty much already covered this one. So do you want to repeat it for
Really,
who
yeah.
might have not listened before because they were not here yet?
Right. So it depends on how large your child is, but I use the Go Support with my students. Kindergartners use it all the way up to my high schoolers, and some of my friends who have older parents who are in memory care, I've offered them Go Supports, and they're using them in memory care. So it really does span the range of school-age children all the way up until end of life.
And then it will grow with your kids, whether you got them for your child when they were a lot younger, or and it'll stay with them for the rest of their schooling ages, as long as they take care of them.
That's right. So they are machine washable. We do manufacture in the U.S. We manufacture in Fall River, Massachusetts, and we use the top priority, top quality materials, and all of our products are tested in a toy testing lab for toxicity, phthalates, lead. So everything is fully vetted, and it's really important to me as an occupational therapist, and really that is why I started developing more and more products, is to make sure that the products I put out there are safe, effective, and really of the highest quality.
Awesome. Now, I had one question. When it comes to the washing, because I know it's machine washable. Now, I do this with my fidget marble maze too. The bra bags that, of course, ladies know about, but men don't.
Right.
But so I put their small things that are washable in there to prevent, of course, daddy's jeans tearing them up and being rough.
Right.
So would you say that they're good just to throw them in without the bag, or to keep them lasting long?
If you've got a mesh bag, if you've got a bra bag, if you have a little mesh bag, that's probably will extend their life. I just throw them in the machine when I use them, as I said, with my students, and I bring them home and wash them. I just secure the Velcro, and that's another piece of these, actually, I didn't talk about yet, is the Velcro is not the really super pokey Velcro that pulls that fabric. So it is Velcro that's soft to touch, and is a sensory friendly Velcro. So I think, yes, to extend the life of them, it would be great if you have a mesh bag, a bra bag, to use that. But I just throw mine in the washing machine.
When and where can you use the Go Support Fidget Wristbands? I know we've kind of touched base on some of these conversations.
Right. Well, that's a good question, though, because I forgot to tell you about my high school students. And they want something that's discreet, and this fits under their sleeves, and it looks like a sports band, and so it's not a big deal to them to wear this and have a support. And they actually can, some of them do wear it, but some of them actually keep it in their pockets, and they use it as a fidget in school, in their pockets. So I didn't design it to be used that way, but they tell me they keep it in their pockets, pockets of their hoodies or pockets in their jeans. And yeah, so at school, at work, you can use it. My sister is who works remotely, and she's when she's around me and working, she'll be sitting on the couch and working on her computer, and even that, just taking care of your body and making sure you're keeping your body in a neutral position. I tell her all the time. She doesn't necessarily listen to me, but but really, anyone who types a lot, who's in front of one position in front of their computer, who's using handwriting tools, and really who needs something to support their attention and concentration can use this. It's really for so many applications. It's almost like who wouldn't benefit from it.
I completely agree with you. This is so versatile. You could take it anywhere. It fits in your pocket, no problem. You can put it in your purse if you're a mom on the go like I am. So then you always have it there just in case, whether it's for me, myself, or, one of my mini kids. And do you have a favorite customer story that makes you go, this is why I do what we do?
Well, I do. One of my students that I work with, who I have been working on thumb opposition and hand strengthening, and we work on writing accuracy, of course, but really trying to get her grasp to be more efficient. Her hand really hurts her at the end of the day because she pushes so hard with her pencil and tries so hard. And she is the one who I discovered she loved the fidgets. So she needs something to support her attention. She needs frequent breaks. And so I had her try this as a fidget. And the unexpected outcome was that it supported her tripod grasp and her efficient. So she's choosing to use it all the time now. It makes her hand feel better. Writing is more comfortable for her. So she is my story. So I'm grateful to my little sweetie pie. Yeah, she's
Aww.
Adorable. She's a first grader and has this
Aww.
beautiful red hair and brown eyes, and she's adorable.
Oh, that's so awesome. Because I know, like, especially with younger kids, even just writing, like with my 7-year-old, even just writing for 5 to 10 minutes, it really hurts them. And he's like, my
really
hands are tired. And then he does the whole two-handed. I don't know why he still does it, but he'll write with both hands on the pencil because the one hand just gets tired so quickly. And
Right.
I think he does push a little too hard on the pencil too, so that probably
Right. Yeah, they start to fatigue and their hand starts to stress, and it's really stressful for them. And writing is really the most complex task that they, other than social skills, but motor task that they have to do in elementary school. It's not easy to put all of that thinking and staying still in one place and using their tiny little muscles and remembering how to form letters and space words. It's very complex task. And for them to have a tool that helps make it, the motor piece of it, more comfortable for them, it's one less thing that will stress them out.
And when they're more comfortable, they'll feel more confident to want to keep trying and go for longer periods when writing. I've noticed, especially with my 7-year-old, when it comes to the Sommerfly Go Support, he will try to push it a little bit longer than his normal time frame for writing. Because it's not that he doesn't know how to write, it's that it hurts and he gets tired too quick. So he just chooses to not write as much.
That's right. And so when you're more comfortable, you're going to engage in something for longer periods of time. Absolutely.
Yes. Well, Christy, I would like to extend our heartfelt thank you for sharing your knowledge and your insight with us today about the benefits of the Go Support Fidget Wristband. Your expertise has shed light on how these tools can help individuals of all ages and the abilities to focus, improve focus, productivity, and overall well-being. Now on to the fun part of the show. Which this has been fun for me. I don't know about everybody else. Like just learning about the Sommerfly, Go Support, and carpal tunnel, because I mean I struggle with the strain too. So this is something that is for the whole family. It's not just focused on kids. It's literally for everybody. So now, oops, sorry, I of course went slide. Okay, so we are going to give away a pair of Go Support Fidget Wristbands. To win, you just answer this question, which is, what is one thing your kiddos struggle to do on their own? Like for my son, it's still tying shoes, He still can't open a bottle of water. He still struggles with that. So those are some things that my son personally struggles with. Comment your answer now, and we will choose one lucky winner who will receive your very own Go Support Fidget Wristbands. Now, for those of you that do not know yet, we are celebrating Autism Awareness Month. And a part of that celebration, we have our biggest giveaway to date. To join our Autism Awareness giveaway, we have some products to give away from Locky Kid, Hedgehog Health, Handy Things, Melissa Finkelstein, and of course, Sommerfly. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will draw and announce our week 4 winner of the giveaway. That means you still have one last chance to join and win an exciting prizes worth more than $300. So to join, you just simply go to the link that will be on the screen. We also will have it in our comments. And you sign up that way. Now, I do want to also mention with, of course, sensory deals, we always have awesome discounts for you guys, our viewers. So we do have I believe it's $3 off Sommerfly Go Support. This is already a very financial friendly fidget tool to begin with, because it's perfect pricing. You know what I mean? It's not killing the wallet, but at the same time, it's great. The quality is there.
And you get 2 in a pack too.
Yes, and you get both. You don't just get a single, you get 2. So not only it's an awesome price to begin with, but then she was so gracious. She gave an extra $3 off for everybody. So definitely take advantage of our weekly discount for sure. So Christy, can you please tell our audience where to find Sommerfly?
So you can find Sommerfly products on sommerfly.com, and it's Sommerfly with an O, SOMMERFLY.com. And you can see our whole complement of all of the products I've designed over the 16 years I've been in business.
And I have researched and gone down that rabbit hole of websites, and believe me, like, there's so many other products on her website besides the Go Support that, like, I'm already putting on a wish list for my kiddos. We have a comment from Hank. How do you fidget with them? Can you demonstrate? Yeah, sure. Let me put the sucker on. So what I've noticed with my daughter and me is we'll just sit there, stare at the screen, whether we're reading or something like that, and then we just pinch on the beads and move them around. I've also noticed my 7-year-old, he'll literally just spin it around. That's the things that we have been doing ourselves personally. Do you have any other awesome methods that you use with your students?
Yeah, so my niece this weekend, she just held it in her hand. So she took it off her wrist, and so that pillow of beads is sewn, and it's only on one side. So you can see it's sewn so it doesn't move. And it's these beautiful round beads that just move in your hand. And it's just a very soothing sensation to experience.
Kind of like a worry stone, but not a stone. It's squishy.
Right, it's squishy, right.
And also, we will have Sommerfly link with sensorydeal.com. We will also put that in the comments as well. That is where you get the direct link to Amazon. So you get that coupon clip of the $3 off. Now, for those of you that have just tuned in, you are watching Sensory Deal Live, where you find the best deals, the most awesome giveaways on sensory toys, educational tools, and kid products all in one spot. If you haven't answered our giveaway question yet, here it is again. What is one thing your kiddos struggle with on their own? We are almost at the end of the show, and that means it is going to be time to pick a winner. Christy, if you could do us the honors, we'd greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Crystal, if you're still with us, if you could answer the question, we'd deeply appreciate it. Hank, same as you. If you could answer that question, we would definitely appreciate it, and we can pick from you two. Or if we have any other viewers that have not done any comments yet, but are still in the process, Please get those comments in so we can pick a winner. So is there anything else that we might have not touched base on about the Go Support?
I think we hit everything, really.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think you got it all.
Well, so we have Crystal Dawn, who has messaged a few times. No one has answered the question yet, but we do have Crystal Dawn, who has been talking with us a lot this evening. And then we also have Hank. If you would like to pick between those two.
Yeah, I think Crystal Dawn, since she's really demonstrated her interest, and really her it sounds like her child, needs some sensory based tools to help meet those significant sensory needs. I'd love to give a pair to Crystal Dawn.
Awesome. Yay, Crystal. Congratulations. Please email us at hello@LockyKid to receive your prize. We will also have the email address in the comments as well. If you get stuck, let us know in personal message us on Facebook, and we will get you directed to the right people to be able to claim your prize. Well, thank you for joining me tonight, Christy. I really appreciate it. It has been an awesome, awesome learning experience for myself as a mom with kids that do struggle, with the OT part of things. And that has been it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been Sensory Deal Live. We will see you next week with another Deals Filled Thursday. Bye, guys.
Thanks so much.